Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm back making another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to survive over 10,000 days and 99 nights in the forest. The only reason my highest day is 880 instead of over 10,000 is because I just didn't want to leave my computer running all week, because I only have one computer, and I got videos to make and other things to do on my computer. But honestly, they really need to add in like a nightmare mode, because the difference between day 880 and 10,000 is practically nothing. All I had to do was sit AFK eating food the whole time. So let me show you how to complete literally everything in this game solo, and you don't even need Cyborg. So the two classes I would really recommend getting is Alien and Lumberjack. They're only 100 gems and 70 gems, and they're both super good. So if you already kind of know how to play the game, you can kind of skip past the first 5 minutes or so where I'm showing the basics. But pretty much how this game works is you want to upgrade your fire all the way to level 6, and then you'll have the entire map discovered. The more you upgrade your fire, the bigger the map around you is. And you got to get level 3 fire to get this guy, level 4, level 5, and level 6. So each kid you'll get an extra day every time a day passes, and every extra bed you get will also give you an extra day every time a day passes. So first things first, chop some trees and bring back the saplings and plant them near your base. Also, take down any bunnies that you see, because bunnies, wolves, bears, they all drop pelts in this game. And if you bring the pelts to the pelt trader, he'll give you better stuff. Okay, so we got level 2 fire. Now the map is bigger. I'm going to show you how to literally unlock every item, literally every single thing you can do in this video. Okay, so now that the fire is expanded, I'm going to go explore a little bit, get some coal and some sheet metal for a little bit of fuel and extra scraps. So every single animal in this game you can take down. You just can't take down the deer that attacks you at night and the owl that attacks you at night. But the very first night, nothing's going to attack you. So let's put this coal in the fire, get level 3 fire. And now I can go find the first kid, and while I'm out exploring, I want to try to find a better sack and a better axe. Okay, so here's the first kid. So it's a little bit dangerous taking these guys out without a ranged weapon. That's why I say that you should just save up for something super cheap and easy like Alien. It's only 100 gems, and it is so good for the price. And I'll show you how to get gems later in the video. Do not worry. Okay, so when we take down all of the wolves, we can put the key into the door and rescue this kid and grab some loot. Hey, we got a spear. Okay, the spear actually helps a ton. So if you press control, it's like shift lock, and you'll stay locked in one place. And as you can see, I have a pretty good range with the spear. So it's a lot easier to run around the enemies and stay safe. Okay, so we got a bunny's foot and a wolf pelt. Let's take these to the pelt trader. I would say that the good sack is a little more important than the axe, but since I have a pelt also, I'm gonna also get the axe. Okay, so now that I have a good axe, I need to chop down a bunch of trees and also make sure I don't starve. So let's cook a little bit of meat. Also, it takes 10 minutes to starve in this game, but it's quite a bit quicker when you're sprinting all the time. Okay, so if your fire goes out in this game, that's kind of dangerous, because then you can get attacked even when you're at your base. So you want to make sure you're keeping the fire alive, but not just that, also making sure you're upgrading it. So let me try to get level 4 fire. Okay, level 4 fire. Now we can go find the next kid, but I want to craft a few things first. I don't really have anything built yet. Okay, it's the next day, so a lot of these trees should start growing back. So let's put all this wood into the crafting bench. Let's get level 2 crafting. Let's get a map, and let's get a compass so that we know what direction we are. So I'm going to put the map over here, and then the compass I'll just put right next to the crafting. Okay, so now we can see where the kid is way over here. Also, these frogs, we'll talk about this later. You got to kill frogs and get 8 frog keys, and put all 8 frog keys down in that portal. Okay, we're going to go out exploring more because I've barely done any exploring and I need a bunch of scrap to upgrade stuff. So now that we have a better sack, we should be able to go get a bunch of loot. So I'm going to just eat a little bit of this steak, even though it's not cooked. It's not too big of a deal. I just won't get hit by anything for a second. Also, check inside of these cabin rooms. A lot of the time there's a wolf in one of these side rooms. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, just be careful about that. Also, if you get chairs, put those into the crafting, because chairs count for 5 wood. Don't put those into the fire. Chairs are for crafting. Fuel canister, let's take that, and let's go back home. So if you see these flowers around the map, just pick them up, and you can trade with the fairy somewhere near the spawn and get all different types of plants around the map. So yeah, let me put all of this over into crafting, and then I can just grab my fuel and put it over here into the fire. Okay, so let's get a sundial and a little bit of farm plots so that we don't starve and we never have to worry about food again. So you can just put these farm plots right on top of each other, and then they'll just grow a ton of fruit all in the same spot. So let me put the sundial down. Now I can see what time of day or night it is. And we still haven't gotten any beds. So let's just get an old bed or a regular bed since we have a little bit of extra scrap. And then when I have some more wood, I'll get the old bed. But unless you're speed running, I would say having an infinite food source is a little bit more important to get first than the old bed. So unless you're going for speed running, then obviously get the kids as quick as you can and get the beds as quick as you can before anything. But yeah, let me just run around, eat some carrots on my way to rescue this second kid over here. And nighttime's almost over, so I'm not really scared of getting attacked. There's the deer. You can't do damage to this guy. You just have to run. But yeah, it's daytime. I'm not really that scared. He's gone. Nothing to worry about. So yeah, we're gonna rescue this next kid. I'm gonna just run in circles and shoot the ray gun. This is why I say that Alien is one of the best classes for how cheap it is. Like, just having unlimited ammo right off the start is so nice. I can just run in circles for like 20 seconds, put the key into the door. Okay, a revolver, perfect. So I like to put my spear in the second slot, and then I have my ray gun, and then I have my other guns in 4 and 5, and then everything else I put after that. All right, so let me grab this guy, and while we're out here, let me get this broken microwave. Let me get all these flowers. Piece of cake, I'll take that. Okay, a med kit and a bandage. So if we ever get low on health, we can just grab one of these, use it real quick. And if you don't want to worry about food that much, just eat berries and carrots and stuff while you're running around. Okay, we're gonna get attacked tonight. Not that big of a deal. This is only the first attack, so it's just gonna be 2 little guys with some spears. Not too big of a deal. Okay, let me put this fuel in the fire, and I'm gonna chop all these trees down and replant the saplings before morning. Let me just take down these guys really quick. You can just put these guys in the fire, and then these cultist gems that they drop at the end of the raid, these are for crafting. But yeah, you can just put these guys in the fire, a little bit of extra fuel, and then while it's nighttime, I'm gonna chop these trees and replant them. And then I'll go exploring again during the daytime and get more stuff. But as I'm out exploring, I'm bringing back enough fuel to keep leveling up the fire so that I can actually use my wood for crafting and other stuff. That's why I'm grabbing so much fuel when I'm out there. Fuel is really important to get early game. So let me plant all these back in the same spot. And let's get some wood for crafting. So, ooh, we didn't get it down in time, but if I got this down before the day was over, it would have added an extra day sooner. Oh, it did work. Perfect. So we got 2 kids, 2 beds, so we got a 5x multiplier. Every day will go up 5 days. So we just need 2 more beds and 2 more kids, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get literally everything else. Do not worry, I'm not going to leave anything else out in this video. Okay, we can get crafting level 3 now, and I'm also going to get a good bed. If you're trying to speed run, then you kind of want to get the beds first before the next night. And now I need to get level 5 fire so I can get the next kid. It says that he's over there, but I'm actually going to detour for a minute because in a few more days, there's going to start being blizzards. So I actually want to get some warm clothing. And another reason you want warm clothing is to just go into the winter area. There's tons of good loot here. So if I just attack one of these Arctic foxes from far away, they'll all start running at me. And I can kind of just run them all the way back to my base. But I need to get 3 pelts from these guys to make a hat. Okay, we got 2 pelts. We need to get 1 more. And I can just put this food over by the fire, eat a little bit of that. Okay, we're over near the winter area, and this is where the owl spawns. So if you stop moving, the owl will go away. He's not as scary as the deer. And this little house right here, where it says warm clothing, that's where you craft the warm clothing. Like I said, if you're speed running to 99 days as quick as possible, go get the other kids in the bed first. But I don't mind, we can get that in a minute. So let me have these foxes and this polar bear run at me. Also, you can just switch on and off of the revolver over and over and make it fire really fast. Okay, polar bear pelt, perfect. So if I get 1 more polar bear pelt, I can make the even better clothing. Okay, perfect. Another Arctic fox. So now we're going to make the Arctic fox pelt first, because that one's just easier to make without actually going into the winter area. Okay, so we got an Arctic fox hat. Let's get one more polar bear pelt, and we can get the polar bear hat, which is even better. So let's go find another polar bear, probably in this cave. Aha, there's a woolly mammoth. We're gonna want to get one of those next as well, so that we can get the woolly mammoth hat, which is the best helmet piece of armor in the game, and it goes over top of the warm clothing hats. So you have a ton of armor on your head and you stay warm. So after I deal with this polar bear, hopefully I can just keep shooting around the corner like this. Okay, yeah, easy. Let me deal with these polar bears, and then we'll deal with a mammoth. Dang it. No polar bear pelt. Okay, let's drag this mammoth back home, and maybe we can get a mammoth tusk on the way back home. A mammoth is a little scary when I pretty much only have a ray gun. It's gonna take a minute to take him down. Also, the mammoth is really fast. Run him around a tree if he's gaining on you. Like, just go hide behind a tree like this. No mammoth tusk, but tons of food. Okay, let me break open one of these chests. Hopefully I get an ice axe. Ooh, an ice sword. That's not bad. Better than the spear. Better than the spear. Oh yeah, here's the fairy. Let me buy chili seeds and plant these around the map. Now every time I eat one of these, I'll just run fast and get a little bit more hunger. Very nice thing to have all around the map, especially when you're getting chased by the deer or something in the middle of the night. Okay, we just got a diamond out of a chest. Okay, let me put everything back over here, and then all this coal, I can put that in the fire, and then while I'm here, let me chop down some more trees. Okay, I'm gonna get a boost pad. This is a really useful item. Just charge it up, and you can boost all the way across the map really easy. And then I'm also gonna get a biofuel processor while I'm here, and then put the nozzle straight into the fire. So every time I have more fuel, and I put it in here, like just wood, it'll be way better fuel for the fire. And then also let me get a lightning rod now that it just struck me in the head with lightning. So now I'll be safe at my base whenever it's storming. As you can see, the lightning just hit the rod instead of hitting me. Also, there's no fall damage in this game, in case you didn't know. Don't worry about that. Ooh, piece of armor. Let me take that. Let me just eat a chili, eat another chili, run back. All right, I'm getting raided again. No big deal. If you just run sideways, it's really hard for the crossbow guys to hit you. And then you can kind of just get out like a sword and walk side to side next to these guys, and they won't even really be able to hit you. So yeah, like I don't even really need the ray gun anymore now that I have an ice sword. The ice sword is really good. And then the final guy will always drop the cultist gem and the gem of the forest. And I'll show you guys what that is in a second. But yeah, let me put the gem over here, and then that'll be used for level 4 crafting. Yeah, it's daytime. Let me hit the boost pad, and let's go and loot. I need to upgrade the fire, get the rest of the kids, and then it'll be really easy to show you guys how to do everything else. I wanted to show you guys a couple other things first, but I actually need the map expanded to show you guys all those other things. So let's expand the map, let's get the maxed out fire, and let's go rescue the final 2 kids. Okay, I just got an alpha wolf pelt. I'm gonna take that back home. Also, if you want to trade with the pelt trader when you're not home, you can just put the pelt here. But yeah, let's put the fuel on the fire, get level 5. Now I'm going to hit the boost pad again. Literally every time you come back home, just hit the boost pad before you leave. Okay, let's go up here in this water tower. Nice. We got a rifle. Okay, finally a golden chest. Please give me a strong axe or a giant sack. Okay, defense blueprint. Not horrible, I guess. Okay, now that we have level 5 fire, there's a lot of golden chest out here if we explore all the way to the edge of the map. There we go, a strong axe. That's what I've been needing. All right, fuel on the fire. Now let's chop all these trees, and we can craft a few things. Let's put all this wood down. Crafting bench, level 4. Now we want to save up for the oil drill, and this will just throw oil barrels down right into the fire if you place it correctly, and I'll show you how. Okay, I'm gonna boost pad, and now that I have a strong axe, it's way easier for me to break into frozen stuff. Oh, there we go. I had the alpha wolf pelt where the pelt trader arrives, so now I can just get a giant sack all the way from here, and I'm not even home. Perfect. Okay, now let's explore the winter area a little bit more, because there's really, really good loot here. So let's get the strong axe out. Yeah, now we can 3-shot the ice. And once we get the polar bear helmet, we'll be freezing even slower. But yeah, I don't need the ice axe anymore because I have the strong axe, which is even better. So let's shoot at this polar bear. Let's get him mad. Then I can just kind of spam the revolver. Dang it, no pelt. Ooh, another polar bear. Perfect. Okay, let me do a little bit of revolver spam. Dang, still no pelt again. Come on, polar bear. Give me a pelt. There we go. Okay. Now we have the best helmet. So let's put that on. And then if we want to take all this food back home, I guess we can. Okay, soon I'm going to build some real base defenses just to make this process a little bit easier. You don't really need them until you're after day 100 because these attacks aren't super hard. But yeah, take down the crossbows. And then these guys are pretty easy. Just go like this. Put the gem in there. All right, time to get an oil drill. And then also some of these bandages I'm going to drop so that I don't have a completely full hotbar. I don't need that many bandages right now. Okay, so for this, whichever way you're facing is the way that it's going to shoot out. So you want to face it right at the fire like this, just a little bit away from it. And then later on, I'm going to build a wall here and a wall here so that it doesn't shoot the oil barrel too far. It'll bounce off the wall and it'll go in the fire every time. Okay, let me hit a boost pad and let me just go rescue this next kid. I've been putting it off for a while, just doing other things. Let me just go get him. The poor bear, he's stuck in the trap. You good? I'm not sure if I can get the key. Yo, now it's nighttime. The deer's hungry. Nice. Interesting. I think that key might be bugged. Good thing I have bandages on me. Nothing to worry about. Also, you can chop down the super big trees once you get the strong axe. And if they're close together, you can hit them both at the same time like this. Okay, I'm gonna just put all the saplings in the same spot. Let me just rack up some wood and then we'll go see if it's actually possible to get that key. It got stuck in the trap in the ground and it wasn't letting me grab it, but hopefully it works again in a second. Let me go try again. Okay, I came back and it actually just let me open the door automatically. I think they fixed the bug where the key can get lost and then you can't even open the door. So I think if it gets lost, eventually it just opens it on its own. And since the owl's on me, I'm gonna just stand still for a second. Oh, Alpha Wolf is on me, so now I'm gonna run. Yeah, they changed the game to where Alpha Wolves kind of just spawn like right on top of you now in the middle of the night. A little bit annoying, but it's fine. I can just eat a chili, run back, and nothing can get me. All right, let's take the kid back home. Okay, let me chop all these trees and just get maxed out fire and get the final kid. Okay, we got maxed out fire. Now let me build these log walls, and I go like this. Every time it shoots an oil barrel, it should land in the fire instead of like way over here like this one did. Okay, so now that we have another gem from these guys, we can build the final bed. Oh, after we get more scrap, actually. Okay, it says the final kit is actually over here in the winter zone, so let's go. Now that I have unlimited fuel, I don't have to pick up any more coal or gas canisters or anything like that. No need. Pretty much all I need now is better weapons, better armor. This is why the alien is so nice, dude. Just unlimited ammo. I can just use it while my other weapons are reloading. Okay, put the key in. Get this final kid. Let's open up this gold chest. Got a diamond, nice. And then while I'm here, I'm gonna loot. Let me grab this old car engine. Let me grab this tire. Let's go up here, get this golden chest. Oil barrel, okay. Don't really need fuel that much anymore, but I'll take it, I guess. Okay, giant bed and the final kid. So now every day, it should give me 9 days, which is completely maxed out. So now it's time to get everything else in the game and build a super overpowered base. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the winter area after I make an automated food farm. I need to show you guys how to do this real quick. I don't know why I didn't already. I mean, I had enough food from all the meat by my fire and I had farms. But let me show you how to bring food with you, because this is really important. Okay, there's a ruby chest out here, which is the best chest in the game. Let's see what we get. A gem of the forest fragment and some kunais. Nice. I'm just getting a little bit more scrap so that I can build this automated food farm and a couple other things. Ooh, here's a building with a bunch of cultists in it. I just got these kunais, so let me actually use them. This place should have some good loot. Cultist gem, nice. Tire. Let me just use the ice sword on this guy. Cultist gem. Also, these little rooms, these are full of ammo. Definitely stop in there and grab ammo. Let me head back home since I'm getting chased. Okay, let's put everything over here into crafting. You need 4 of these gem of the forest fragments to make an entire gem of the forest. Oh, there we go. Reach 99 days, not that hard. Like I said, I'm not really speed running. I'm just showing you guys how to do everything. Okay, so you get 4 wooden rain storages and a crock pot. And you pretty much just put the crock pot down and then you put the first wooden rain storage barely touching it, the second one right here barely touching, the third one also barely touching, and then the fourth one just barely touching the edge of the crock pot. And now you can put down as many farms as you want and then just dump a bunch of food right through the wall, and it'll automatically make you unlimited stew. And then you can just grab all the stew right here through the crack, as you can see, and now I have stew in my inventory. So now I don't have to worry about food anymore. Let me grab a couple extra bandages. Okay, let me make some teleporters. And I'm going to put my teleporter over at the cultist stronghold. I actually don't see it on the map right now because I haven't gone in yet. So I can just put these blueprints down by pressing backspace and leave them there. But yeah, now let's go to the winter area. I need to take down some mammoths, get the mammoth helmet, and I also need to raid the giant castle in the winter area. Okay, we got some mammoths. Let's get these guys to chase us. Oh, wow, nice. We also have a polar bear. Let me get my ray gun fully charged so that I can run quicker. Okay, this is the big ice castle that I wanted to raid. So let me eat a stew, and all these guys are gonna unfreeze once I start breaking this. But this is why I'm here, for all this loot. There's tons of good loot here. Okay, so let me break that and then get out of here for a second. Whoa, polar bears, 2 of them. Nice, 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 nice. Let me get the kunais out and just get rid of these polar bears. So I'm actually going to have to come back for a second trip. I do not want to get frozen out here. That's how you easily lose. So let me make sure all these guys are taken out, and then I'll come back in a second. But if I didn't have the polar bear hat, this would, like, pretty much be impossible. Yeah, we can just hit the boost pad, run straight back, no big deal. Okay, now that we're back here, let's get all this loot. Okay, we got everything we needed, so let's get out before we freeze. And as you can see, if you're frozen, you can just eat a stew. So a stew is actually kind of like a lifesaver when you're out in a frozen area and you can't run. Because imagine I had a polar bear on me, or the owl or something was already chasing me. You gotta be able to run. All right, let's bring all this stuff back. Gem of the forest fragment. So now we can get tier 5 crafting after we get a bunch of scrap again. Okay, so now that these are higher tier raids, the last guy will always drop both of these items. So I just put them over here, and I'm gonna go and boost. All right, did a bunch of looting. Let's put this in here. Now, crafting level 5. And then when we get more Gem of the Forest, we can respawn unlimited times for only the price of 1 cultist gem each. We can skip the night pretty much every night for the price of only 1 cultist gem each. And we can also have no rain or thunderstorms for 3 days for 1 cultist gem each. So these items are pretty cool. Not super necessary, but they're definitely useful. Okay, so let me show you the cultist stronghold. Let me put down 1 teleporter, and then let me charge it, and I'm gonna put down this other teleporter at the cultist stronghold. But first things first, I gotta go find it. So let me boost and run out a little bit. Okay, here it is. It's right over here. I just didn't see it on the map. Now I see it on the map right here. So I'm gonna put the teleporter down right in front. Let's charge this, and then we can take the teleporter back whenever we want. So yeah, let me just do the level 1 cultist stronghold. It's not super hard at level 1. I can kind of just get this sword out and take everyone down pretty easy. If I just run back and forth, they can't really hit me. I don't even need the mammoth helmet, but I'm gonna want to get the mammoth helmet before I do like the level 2 or 3 stronghold. So yeah, to make it a little safer, let me just take down the crossbow guy. I can just take him out around the corner and then deal with these guys. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I can just take these guys out around the corner like this. Okay, so once you get in here, Gem of the Forest, a couple cultist gems, a bunch of scrap, and then you also get a ruby chest and a diamond chest. Another Gem of the Forest and more kunais. And then let me get my 5 gems. Thank you very much. All right, now let's leave. And since I already have a teleporter down, I can just teleport back. Let me plant these chilies. And let's go back. Easy. Put everything over here. All right, now I want to get the mammoth helmet. I need 2 mammoth tusks, and then I can craft it. Okay, there's a mammoth. Let me just get the kunais out and take this guy out quick. The kunais are really nice for taking stuff down like a mammoth. Okay, perfect. We got a tusk. We need 1 more. We're getting attacked again tonight. Oh, mammoth. Okay, let me get this guy. And then I'll go deal with my base getting attacked. Oh, wow. A polar bear at the same time. Okay, let me hit a med kit and get out of here. Come on. Come on, mammoth. Did I get a tusk? I did not. Okay, we're gonna have to get another mammoth in a minute. No big deal. Okay, gem of the forest and cultist gem. Now, just in case I die somehow, I got a respawn capsule and I'll be totally fine. So let's just put this down like right here by the teleporter and then activate it with 1 gem. So if I ever die, I'll just respawn in here. Easy. Let me grab some more stew and chop down some trees. Like I said, I'm not speed running anything. I'm just showing you how to do everything at my own pace to kind of prove how easy this game is. I really think they need to add in like a nightmare mode or something for people to actually compete, because getting a high day is not hard. Okay, I'm gonna build some walls and fortify the base. Okay, I got some walls down. Let me grab my mammoth tusk and go back to the winter area again. We gotta find more mammoths. Here we go. Whoa! I was not paying attention. I ran into 2 of them by accident. Okay, let me hit them in the face with some kunais. And we got another tusk. Perfect. So now I want to go over to this forge. So let me eat a stew. And if you see this anvil on the map, this is where you can craft the mammoth helmet. So let's go. Pretty sure you need a strong axe to get in here. So let me break this open. All right, anvil base, anvil front. Go up to the roof. Ooh, a ruby chest. Nice. Let me get the final piece of the anvil and the ruby chest. Ooh, the tactical shotgun. This I wanted to showcase for you guys. This is one of the best weapons in the game. So let me get this other gem of the forest fragment and let me craft this anvil. Wait, where did the gem of the forest go? Oh, I think it's gone. Okay, so look, we need 2 mammoth tusk and 2 wolf pelts. Obviously, the wolf pelts are the super easy part. Okay, so let me find a few wolves. Hey, I'm actually having a hard time getting pelts. Oh, there's already one right here. Perfect. Okay, we got a second wolf pelt. Let's go. Let's make the mammoth helmet. So the mammoth helmet does damage to enemies when they hit you, and you take way less damage. So it's super, super good. It's also the only piece of armor that you can have on your head. So you definitely want to get it. Okay, mammoth helmet. And then let's put everything over here, and it should make it. Let's go. We got the mammoth helmet. Ah, we're getting raided again. It's fine. Now that we have the mammoth helmet, I want to build up my base. Okay, I want to show you guys this tactical shotgun. Let's see if the stronghold is open again in 40 seconds. All right, perfect. Because we can also get a chainsaw and even better armor than iron armor out of the stronghold. So I actually want to do this again. The chainsaw is even better than the strong axe, and the thorn armor that's red and it looks like the ruby chest, that's even better than iron armor, and you can only get those from ruby chest. So let me charge this teleporter back up so I can go home immediately after this, and let's take these guys down. Yeah, let me show you this shotgun. It's pretty good. Kind of just one-shots. Here, let me try it. Yeah, this is a pretty good weapon. I can take down the whole stronghold pretty quick. All right, let me get all this loot, this and this. Please give me thorn armor or a chainsaw, please. Riot shield. I mean, the riot shield is cool, but like, not really what I wanted. But yeah, you can do the stronghold every 20 minutes and get another 5 diamonds every single time. So let's just teleport home. All right, if you want like unlimited food, get a bunch more farm plots and literally just put them all right on top of each other. All right, gem of the forest. And now we can just skip nighttime. Anytime there's a raid and we don't even want to deal with it, literally just skip it. And then these pumpkins, you can kind of just save these if you want. You don't really have to, because you're going to get so much stew that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, just grab the corn first and then dump everything through the wall. Okay, I'm about to build a big base. You don't need a base like this, but I'm doing it just for fun. Let me show you how to keep your base safe. Okay, since I have a little pond over here, I actually want this to be a part of my base. Also, one more thing that you can do, hit the boost pad and then teleport, and you'll still be boosted out here. So that's what I'm going to do so that I can go find a ton of scrap. I'm going to go fill my whole inventory with scrap. If you just run around the outside of the map, you'll get washing machines and old car engines that are worth 4 scrap each. So I'm going to just fill up my inventory with these, and then I don't really have to worry about scrap. I'm out of ammo in the tac shotgun. I'm going to just drop it. Easy. Okay, now I'm gonna buy torches. Every time you place a torch, it'll expand the width of your base safe zone. So as you can see, every time I put one of these down, my safe zone goes wider. And you can also put these wherever you want. It'll do the same thing every time. Also, one of the kids, I kind of got like stuck in here. I'm still getting the bonuses, but he never got to put his tent down. So I only have 3 tents down, which is kind of funny. Okay, let me put these walls up and let me get my defense blueprint. So with these defense blueprints, you want to put them all together. So I'm going to put one there, and one there. All right, let me get some wood and let me finish this project. And then I need to show you guys everything about fishing and the frogs. And we're going to go and take down the level 3 stronghold so we can hopefully get a chainsaw and thorn armor. Okay, let's make some walls. Like I said, I want to keep this pond in my base. Yeah, as you can see, I have a huge stack of oil barrels back here. Literally never gonna run out of fire. So let's make a ton of stew, and now we can never run out of food. Now look, if I literally just put down some more farm plots right under my feet, and then I put walls here, and walls here, all around me, and then I put another one of these wooden rain storages facing the other way, then I would literally have unlimited fire next to me, walls around me, a secondary wall with this wooden rain storage completely boxing me in, and then I would have all these farms on the ground, and then my stew pot right here. And also, if you craft the hammer over at the forge, you can pick up and move things that you've already placed down. So you can literally just sit in there for like 10,000 days and then run away if you want to. You know what? I think I'm gonna get the hammer so that this kid will quit crying right here because he's stuck inside of this machine. I'm still getting the bonus, but I want him to put his tent down and stop crying. It's just constant noise. So I might actually just go get the hammer. So like I said before, I'm just making a huge base for fun. You can literally just put a few of these walls around you in a box and then trap yourself in with 2 of these wooden rain storages facing opposite ways. And if you already have your stew pot and you already have a bunch of farm plots right under you, you can literally just trap yourself in with unlimited food. And alpha wolves and stuff aren't going to spawn on you because you're trapped inside of something right by your fire. Like, you're super safe. And the only way that they can walk in is through these spikes. So if I went and found a few more defensive blueprints, I could put them here and they would just instantly one-shot themselves as soon as they try to walk in. Yeah, look at the amount of stew I already have. I've barely even been trying. Let me put a bunch of this back here so that my inventory is not completely filled. Okay, so there's a few more things that we haven't built yet. The freezer, you don't need this. Bunny traps, you also don't need this. But shelves, this can be kind of useful. If I want to like put a bunch of these stews on a shelf, I guess I could. But honestly, you don't really need shelves. You can kind of just stack a bunch of stuff in a corner. Same thing for all this fuel. You don't need to have shelves full of fuel. Just put a wall like this with the oil drill. Literally unlimited fuel. I'm never gonna run out. Like, there's actually no way. So all that stuff you don't really need. The radar, this is kind of useless as well because there's only a certain amount of scrap on the map. So you don't want to be using scrap to detect important places. Like, just go look around in the map and you can figure out where all the important places are on your own. So this is useless. Lightning rod, I could get a couple more of these, honestly, to make my base a lot safer. Put a lightning rod over here and put a lightning rod over here. So hopefully I won't get hit by lightning now at all. I can place down one more torch to expand my base. So let me just put that over here. And then the ammo crate. This is like one of the only things I did not show you. Buy ammo with scrap. Once again, there's a limited amount of scrap on the map. You can only find so much, I'm pretty sure. Because when I go and re-raid a house where I found a bunch of scrap, there's no more scrap anymore. So I also don't really care for that. You can get unlimited ammo by killing the cultists from the raids. They drop ammo, and you can go to the cultist stronghold and get more ammo from them there. Plus, most people use ray gun or cyborg or something and already have unlimited ammo. So yeah, let me show you everything you need to know about fishing and frogs. let me actually go get a fishing rod. And let me also take down some of these frogs. I need to get a bunch of frog keys and show you guys what that does as well. Yeah, let me get a rod. All right, we're getting attacked, and it doesn't even really matter. So yeah, they can get in. Oh wait, they can walk through the missing kid board now. Is that new? Oh, interesting. I guess they can just walk through that now. That's actually really good to know. Let me fix my base. Okay, let's take down a bunch of frogs. Fishing, this is pretty self-explanatory. There's only 3 levels of rods. You can fish in any water, but you fish way quicker if you have one of these little areas with extra fish. But yeah, the better fish you get, the more XP you get for your rod. You just take your rod right back to the fishing stand to upgrade it. Pretty self-explanatory. Fishing is pretty much just to get some extra food. But the frogs, on the other hand, there's a frog boss that I actually really want to fight down here. Ooh, look, a poison spear. I got a poison spear now instead of the ice sword. But yeah, down here, I need 8 frog keys so that I can fight the frog boss and also just get a bunch of extra really good stuff. You can get poison armor. You can get a poison blow dart with unlimited ammo. All right, watch this. Nighttime is approaching, so I'm going to skip the night, and then I'm going to charge my boost, and then I'm going to boost over to the teleporter, and now that I'm boosted way out here, I'm going to just keep running until I find frogs. I want to find high-level frogs. Okay, purple frogs. Perfect. Purple ones split into 2 blues, and then 2 blues will split into 4 greens. Okay, let's take all these guys out. We got our first frog key right here. All right, another frog key. Nice. So far, I've only gotten a frog key from the big purple ones. But I swear I've gotten frog keys from just regular frogs before. Okay, let's go find more. And then we can fight the frog boss, and hopefully we can get poison armor or something. Okay, I just picked up the Morning Star, and I feel like I shouldn't have, because the ice sword is better than the Morning Star, so I don't even know why it gave me this. If you find a Morning Star and you already have an ice sword, don't pick it up, because yeah, the Morning Star is worse. I shouldn't have picked this up. Let me just sneak in back here and take this loot without them even knowing. Medkit, bandage, 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 and cake, and then I run. Defense blueprint. Let's go. Now they'll get 1 shot as soon as they walk into my base. Okay, I didn't get anything from those frogs. Alright, I'm getting attacked. Let's see if we can handle this. We should be able to. Our base is pretty strong. I don't actually see how we're in any trouble. Okay, defense blueprints. Let's put these down right here. Now let's see what happens. Aw, poor guys. If I had 1 more defense blueprint, they actually would get 1 shot. No, they still kind of do. Never mind. This game's too easy. This game's actually too easy. All right, let's put everything over here. Okay, here's the final guy, and it looks like I placed my walls in a good enough way to where they can find their way all the way over here. That's really, really nice, because then I don't have to go on the outside of the base and really do anything. They kind of just funnel their way all the way over here and walk right into the trap. Okay, I put 1 more wall right here so that I can just dump, like, unlimited stew over in this corner. Ooh, I just fished up a frog key. Perfect. If you see a little frog key icon in the water, I'm pretty sure that just means you can get one from fishing it, because I just did. Yeah, look at this. Frogs are spawning in my base now. Nice. Let's go. Frog key number 4. Okay, there's a frog key icon. Perfect. Let's fish. Let's just fish until we get the key. There we go. 5 frog keys. Hit all these frogs. Okay, there we go. Yes, I just got a frog key from a regular frog. I knew that you could get frog keys from them. It's just kind of rare. Okay, let's take down this purple frog. These guys, like, always drop a key. Yep. All right, we need 1 more key. And it says that there's 1 in this water, so let's fish. Let's go. Frog key number 8. Let's go. All right, let me make sure I'm reloaded. I got my rifle, I got my revolver, and all 8 frog keys. Now we have a boss to fight. Little frogs, let's take these guys out. Easy. Another little frog. Okay, purple frog. Now we're gonna get the other weapons out. And the red frog. So this guy, I'm gonna back up. Let me just spam all these weapons. Ray gun and the rifle. And now he splits into some purples. All right, let's take these guys out. See, it's a good thing that I have a mammoth helmet and iron armor. I'm not like trying super hard against these guys, but they still do a lot of damage. Okay, let's open up the frog chest. Frog boots. Let's go. So when you're fishing the pond, you can get all this stuff. You can get a poison spear, poison armor, blow dart, which has unlimited ammo, and frog boots. Frog boots is what I wanted because I jump higher and I'm a little bit stronger. I have 3 pieces of armor, a helmet, a chest plate, and boots now. So really the only other thing I need if I want to have maximum strength is thorn armor. If I were to go get thorn armor from the level 3 stronghold or something, that would literally be like the last thing I need. But to be honest, you do not even need it. You don't need it. I also don't need the chainsaw, like the strong axe is good enough. I can literally survive unlimited days right this second. I can survive unlimited days. If I went and got the hammer and put my defense blueprints around me and then walls on the inside of that and then more farms down and I close myself in with 1 more wooden rain storage, I could just sit in here forever. I could literally just sit in here forever and ever and ever. And with the defensive blueprints, I wouldn't even have to worry about coming back to 1,000 cultists on my base. Like, most of them would just be walking over the blueprints and dying. So yeah, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. We kind of completed everything. We don't have a weather machine, but you also don't really need a weather machine. I'm pretty much set up to survive forever. So yeah, I'm gonna just skip this raid and go use the restroom. And then after this, I'm gonna go get the hammer so that I can actually box myself in like I was talking about and just survive. Because I do think I want to go for a super crazy high day. I do think it would be pretty fun. I'm gonna have to run my computer for a really long time, so hopefully the game doesn't crash. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. Like, I don't want to run my computer for 4 days straight or something and then it just crashes and I don't even get a high day. I don't want it to just crash on like day 8,000 when I'm going for 10,000 or 20,000. So yeah, I'll be right back and then we'll go get the hammer and I'll actually set up to the point where I can survive forever and ever and ever. I'm pretty much already there. I literally just need to go get the hammer and then box myself in with food, and I'm never going to ever lose. Until the game updates, or my internet gets shut off, or like the servers reset, or my power goes out, or you know, those are the only things that can literally take me out at this point. They gotta add in like a nightmare mode where it's actually really hard to even make it to day 99. They need a really hard mode where raiders can like break through your walls and stuff. I don't know, but they need to add in some way crazier stuff where like if your fire goes out, the deer will come and take the kids back and like actually start destroying stuff. Because this game's too easy. It's just AFK simulator. Once you get an unlimited food source and you just close yourself in. Okay, I came back dead, so it's a pretty good thing I had this respawn thing. I kind of want to activate it again. Did I put these things too close together? I might have. All good, let's go get the hammer, and then we can move it. Oh yeah, I got raided while I was using the restroom. Wait, how did I even die? Imagine I just starved to death. I don't think I was gone that long. Wait, did I die to the frogs? That's actually hilarious if I did. Okay, one word of advice. Maybe don't set up your AFK area right next to a pond, even if it's inside your base. Huh. I guess I'll check the recording. You guys will see how I died. I'll find out after this video's over, but currently I have no clue what even killed me. Having the frog boots is so nice because you can just hop over your walls from inside your base. It's so good. The frog update was actually so fun just because of the frog boots. We really did need a 3rd armor slot, and this is a great addition. Alright, the hammer is only 5 wood and 5 scrap. It's kind of like the easiest thing to make almost. So honestly, if you're not making the hammer a lot earlier than I am, then you're kind of just messing around and playing at your own pace, just like I am. But this game is literally like so easy. That's what I was saying. You don't need to speed run it. That's why I'm tanking it at my own pace this video and just doing whatever I want whenever I want. Like, you actually don't really need a super prepare in this game. It's not a crazy hard game. They need harder difficulties. They really do. It would be so fun. But yeah, now that I have the hammer, I practically, like, beat the game. Let me get some more farm plots. Let me get a wooden rain storage. There's no way to lose now. Just watch. I can put more farm plots right here. Oops, accidentally put something down I didn't want to. No big deal. Just get out the hammer. Let me just move this out of the way. But yeah, if I just go like this, and then just go like this, and then just go like this, and since I have frog boots, I can easily get out. Let me just pick this up. Oh no, I'm getting raided. So scary. Let me get all my stew. Oh yeah, we're gonna be good for a while. Let me just one-shot the few guys that got through. Watch this. Let me put some of my stews down so that I can actually see my hotbar and go like this. Now there's literally no way for me to die. I got my farms. I got my stew cooker. I literally have walls all around me. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's how you survive literally as long as you want, how to make literally everything, how to get every last item. If you want to get the thorn armor and the chainsaw, literally just go do the cultish stronghold a couple more times. If you want to get the maxed out fishing rod, just fish a little bit more. But yeah, that's how you get everything and how you survive on limited days. Pretty easy game. Please, please, please add in like a hard difficulty and a nightmare difficulty. It would be so fun, especially for content. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one very soon. Peace out, everybody.